Well, good day, gardeners. Welcome to a little garden pre-update thing from what we're going to plant this year. These are some cobs I left over from the corn that we grew last summer, and we've definitely got a lot. And I picked up some other seeds here too we're going to plant, but these ones we're going to shell off, and some of them we won't keep. Like these are getting, well, we'll look at them here when we get them on the table, but they've been drying here since last harvest time, and they should be good to go. We're maybe even trying to plant a couple, let them sit a couple of days, see if they'll actually grow. But let's have a look. I got some other seeds I ordered in too. Alright, so I ordered from varieties.com, .ca maybe, I can't remember now, one of those two. And they sent me, it took a while to get it, but they sent it in to me here, and got a bunch of different stuff we're going to try. It's hard to believe that, you know, all this plus our other corn seeds, some tomatoes, some potatoes are going to end up being in such a huge patch of dirt. But anyways, it's in condensed form right now. So, got some things, these are all packed together. We'll look at those in a sec. I got some treated peaches and cream corn here, 500 seeds, and we're going to see how many seeds we can get off our cobs here. That was sweet corn or something. I can't remember what it was exactly now, but that's treated with stuff to keep it from trying to decay and ground. If it gets too kind of mushy, it's supposed to help from decaying. So that's there's 500 seeds in that little bag. My wife wanted some of these ornamental corns, so they've got like the, you know, the cool colors and stuff on the cobs, different colors and stuff. So we're going to plant some of them. There's 500 seeds in there too. I don't know if we're going to plant all those, but I don't even know if I'm going to plant all these either. That's going to be a lot of corn. And here we've got some summer vegetable spaghetti squash. They don't really have a picture of them, but we're not going to open the packages right now, but they're, you know, like a pumpkin looking seed. And this is a squash basically that is about the size of a football, sometimes smaller, and there's a lot of strands inside it, and it's like a strand of spaghetti. They're actually pretty good. We've got some different sunflowers here. American Giant. Apparently these things can grow up to 16 feet tall. The stem on the bottom with the 10-inch golden yellow flowers that bees just can't resist, matures in 70 days. The stem on them is probably going to be like about the size of that at the bottom to hold all that up. So we got some of them just to plant around maybe the outside. So there's, I don't know how many seeds per package. There feels like there's a few in there. So we'll plant those too. Sweet peas are always good for, you know, smelling nice and stuff. I don't know if they'll go in the garden. They might go somewhere else, maybe along the side of the container or something. I don't know. Solar power. I got these ones too for some reason. I think this is the one that had, well, let's read this here. Impressive new variety has uniform height and intense blooms. Whose petals go from deep maroon to, oh yeah, so like these ones here. See the picture of those ones there? They go really weird colors. One stalk produces numerous branches that bear pollenless flowers, 4 to 6 inches for a great harvest of a cut of flowers. These are just cool to look at when they're growing. Grow 6 to 8 feet tall. That's pretty tall. But they come out with different strands or stalks with different flowers on them, so they look kind of cool. And then we got Captain Jack pumpkins. Gonna have to have a big area in the garden this year. She's neighbor is nice of us to let us kind of use whatever we want there, as long as we kind of maintain it, keep at it, and mow some grass for her. She's happy with that. So Captain Jack is a tall barrel-shaped pumpkin, kind of like one of them. With well-rooted handles, it is flat bottom, allows to easily stand on its own without toppling over. Vigorous large vines produce superior yields of fruit that weighs between 35 and 45 pounds. Immediate resistance to powdery mildew, mature 105 days. So I don't know, we didn't do too good with the pumpkins last year. I'm going to try them anyways. And the last two here are kind of cool. This is a Globo onion. Now, when I seen this, it made a tennis ball look like a golf ball. It was like huge. Like, I don't know, I don't have a tennis ball here, but tennis ball, you know, and then these onions were like massive apparently, so we're going to try them too. Here's some kind of seed in there. Large and broad oval-shaped onions that is excellent for the kitchen and even exhibiting. The straw-colored hybrid can grow as big as 1 kilogram. So 1 kilogram is 2 something pound. Hang on a sec here. Let me convert that for you, so you guys down there can know how big that is. 1 kg, 2 pounds is 2.205 pounds. So a 2-pound onion. That thing's gonna be massive if it grows well. 1 kilogram. When it has reached maturity, it is very tasty when added to raw in salads or cooked in stir fries, salsas, and medium salsas. As a medium or large onion, needs to be started as a transplant in short season areas. Here maybe to get really big. Not recommended for long-term storage. 120-day maturity. So I might have to start these ones. Middle of April-ish, maybe, something like that. And then these ones were kind of interesting. We just kind of got them to see if they would do anything. Cucamelon cucumber, great addition to your CSA or market stand. These tiny green-shaped fruit with delicious and unique flavor. These cucamelons are productive and have great disease resistance, perfect for snacking, pickling, or adding to salads. Cucamelons, I think I'm saying that right, should be started indoors, similar to melons, and transplanted outdoors after last frost. So that's kind of neat, eh? They actually look like a little grape-sized watermelon kind of thing, but I think they're more like a cucumber. So weird stuff. But anyways, that's what we're going to try to plant. Of course, we're going to do some potatoes, tomatoes, and stuff. I'm going to do a lot more potatoes, I think, this year. And yeah, so there we go. Anyways, let's grab some of this corn down here and start shelling her off. Okay, so this one's missing a few teeth already here, but that's okay. So right on the very ends here, I don't know if they'll grow too well, so I might just discard them. They might grow, but hard to say. I'm just gonna keep the smally ones over there. And I wanted to give this a count. I want to see how many's roughly on here, minus those ones I just shredded off. These ones are even pretty small. I don't know if they'll grow. So we'll just give her some twisting and they all fall off. There must be some pretty good profit in selling seeds. You know, I paid, well, I can look and see how much I paid for that bag of corn, but you know, they got storefront stuff and they got to pay for all that. And that's probably about 500 seeds or so. So there we go. There's one shelled pretty quick, nice and dry. Let me give these a quick count here, and I'll let you know how we make out from 1 cob minus a little bit there I took off the end too. Okay, so these are roughly, this one and this one I definitely counted 100, and then I just kind of divvied them up, but I think I got maybe a little extra in these ones. So we got, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 seeds just out of 1 cob. I still got lots more cobs left, so that's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. So one cob minus these ones on the end that I shredded off too, because I thought, well, they're probably not going to grow anything. I might just throw them in something too and see if they'll even start sprouting. Who knows? We'll do a little experiment maybe, but that's insane. That's a lot of seeds. So one plant could get up to 1,500 seeds roughly, depending on how it grew. So one seed, one plant, 3 cobs usually 3 cobs, sometimes 2. So you might get 1,000 to 1,500 seeds per. Wow, that's quite a ratio, isn't it? Anyways, I'm just going to put all these back in here. One thing we'll see, I'm going to have to probably weigh them and see how much, I don't know, I'm not even going to be able to figure that out, but I'm just going to shred these off the end here. Keep the small ones. These ones are kind of smaller. I might just maybe, these would probably grow fine, but I'm just not sure if the real small ones will grow nice. Some of these were a little bit better looking. This one might be a little better. These ones on the end here, though, I think I'm just going to put them in a separate pile, even though they'll probably grow fine. But who needs a corn sheller? It's good for exfoliating your hands, maybe, isn't it? Potentially good for your hands. There we go. Another one done. Probably another 400 seeds there maybe. And this one looks pretty good. Right to the end actually. corn chiller. There you go, done. Very soft actually, these cobs on the inside. That's pretty good. There's another whole bunch. And this one, I think I'm just gonna discard this one. It just looks a little bit too shriveled up, so I'm not even gonna bother with that one. This one looks really good actually. Look like really nice seeds. Very end, so I'm just gonna take them off. Oh, that'll work too. Get rid of that. Man, I got enough here to probably plant her entire whole field over there. I don't know if she'd want that or not. She probably wouldn't like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna weigh all these up maybe after, if I can get a container to put on my little scale there and see how much we got. They're definitely dried. They've been hanging up there since August. September, October, November, December, January. 6 months. Should be good. I haven't really got, per se, any soil here. So I might have to figure out something else. Use some paper or something in some kind of container will probably work. This one is a little bit smaller. I had to get these picked as fast as I could because the bloody squirrels, they were matured, I guess, and the squirrels were like, yeah, let's go at them things, and they were taking them all out. Well, that wasn't going to be any good, and I have no seed for this year coming. Now, these ones look a little funny. They don't look quite as nice. I think I might keep them aside. Some of them didn't quite mature maybe to where they should have been. This one looks alright though. Like, there's no real orangey top to those last ones. It didn't seem like they kind of maybe finished up. They might grow, but they might not grow a very good plant. I don't know. They might not grow at all, so. That's pretty good. I'll leave those ones in there. You guys are probably nuts. Why would you hang that in your house and dry them? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the chipmunks and squirrels outside would have ate these in no time. Got to keep them away from that, and mice, and so there we go. There's a lot of seeds on these things. Holy cow, that's going to be a heck of a lot. Now this one, I don't know about this one either. This one maybe is kind of funny. A little bit too small, maybe a little bit under ripe. Peel them off and just have a look at them here. Oh! Don't know my own strength. Yeah, these ones are a bit too small. I'm just going to toss these ones, I think. They might still grow, but we'll try them in the experiment one maybe. And then the last one here was not too bad looking. So we're probably looking at maybe 10,000 seeds here. I don't really know. That's a lot of seeds. Just shred these little ones off the end here. They'll probably grow, but if I do a rough count, say 500 seeds per cob, I'll do how many cobs I got here. And these ones look pretty good too, so they'll go in there. And then we still have this one, which I think it's maybe alright. I was going to maybe keep it from mixing in, but I think they're actually good. I think I did a rough count on ones that we were eating there, and I'm like, did a count. This one row's got blah 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 times how many rows, and it gave me a pretty close answer there. Okay, let me give you a rough count here. We'll see how far or how many we think we got here just for seeds off of these things. Pretty awesome. Let me get the cob count and then Times that by, say 500 and we'll get a rough idea. Okay, it was 9 cobs altogether. Let's see here, 9, that's telling me a lot. I might be way off. 9 cobs times 500. 4,500 seeds. So I was off a lot. That's a 10,000. 4,500 seeds, that's pretty good. Give or take, you know, a couple hundred here and there, or whatever have you, but there we go. Okay. I will see if I can find something to plant some stuff in here. And I may be able to find some dirt. Everything's all frozen right now, but and then we'll plant some of these nicer looking ones, and some of these scrawnier looking ones here, and see what we get. And this is the one that was kind of, I don't know, weird looking, but let me see what I can come up with here. Alright, well I got some soil. Had to thaw it out. It was out in our porch, which of course gets freezy cold. And I think we're okay now. A couple of lumps here, but that should be alright. So we're going to do a Hortons versus McDonald's competition. Uh-oh. And then I got some clear ones too, just to see maybe if we can see some roots growing or whatever is going to grow it, or these things. So I guess we'll do one Hortons and then one clear of like the crappy ones, and then the I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But let's write on them which one is which, because I won't remember. So we'll write on here Tim Hortons crap seeds, crap seed, McDonald's, let's call it better seed, and better seed. Okay, so I don't know if I got enough dirt here for this, but crap seed, we'll just fill a cup full. And it's a little bit lumpy. I'm gonna just run my fingers through it. And Chinese dirt. Probably is. It's probably made in China and shipped over here. We got dirt all over the place here, but you know, we still can't even make dirt here. How terrible is that? Okay, so this was crab seeds. So over here, these real small ones. These real small ones here, minus some of the old silk. I'm gonna just throw in like a handful, and we'll see what happens here. So, get you back on TP here, and just spread them out a little bit. Something like that. Pack them in a little bit. Another little layer on top. And then we'll leave these for like a week. Should mark the date on this one of these too. I'll mark the date after, but anyways. So that's good. There's a crap seed one sewn in. We'll do one clear one here too. And see if these crap seeds even grow. Being kind of, I think they're not quite matured. I'll grab a hand of crap seed one. They might still grow, I don't know. I'm not counting how many I'm putting in here, I'm just putting some in. Not that big a deal, but crap seeds. Crap seeds. My mother would be proud. Even though I have the blackest thumb on the frickin' planet, but something I sure didn't get from her. She was quite an avid gardener at one point there. So. Crap seeds. Okay, gonna need some more soil. Soil. Getting it all over the place. Awesome. Just break up some of these lumpies. Get them all choppied up. And better seed, clear. Better seed. I think these are better seeds. They're a little bit bigger. So that makes me think that they're better. A little more matured. And you wouldn't plant them, of course, that close together in the field, but gosh, you'd wonder sometimes how close they get them. They plant them pretty tight. So there's a better seed. And it's good. A few better seeds, not like I don't have enough of them. 4,500 seeds roughly there. I really want to crack open the peaches and cream, but I'll just leave them. I know they're probably fine. Alright, they're just going to sit here under the light that's here right now. There's potentially no like sun heat on them or anything. But we'll just leave them there. So we got better seed. Better seed, crap seed on the table there. Should be awesome. Okay. Well, I guess that's about that for that. I'm going to get a little something for these to stay in and stay dry, hopefully. And in about a week's time, we'll come back and look at those, see if we got anything sprouting. Alright, so those seeds are on their way. We'll give it about a week. See what's coming up. About, well, real good ideal conditions, about 4 days. You should see some green poking up on those things, really. They're pretty quick. They come up pretty quick, and then they'll come up with like 2 sprouts and kind of sit there for a while. And then they'll start taking off. So I don't think they're going to do much in there. They'll sprout, but they won't turn into corn or nothing. Don't expect that. So, but it'd be interesting to see if what happens with roots in those clear ones. It's going to be a cool little experiment. So anyways, that's it for today. Just a little insight of what's coming up in the garden. Of course, we're going to do a couple other things too in the garden. Like I said, tomatoes, potatoes, a lot more potatoes this year. And she wants to do some spring garlic, which will be different. And I'm going to do a whole bunch more corn. I think I'm going to be kicking myself then. I just like to see it grow. But anyways, it'll be all coming all at once. And maybe I'll give some to the neighbors and maybe sell some. I don't know. We'll see. And then all those ones that we had the packages of. And I'm sure there'll be something else that'll come around that she'll want to do in the garden too. So we got some work to do with the 800 once we get her on her wheels again, ready to go. It's on its wheels, just needs it finished up. And we'll hook a plow to that one. And then we're going to plow the garden open a little more there. And do some more working at it, and it should be awesome. But that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.